Hi everybody, welcome back to Silver Stage. My name is Emily, and today's video is going to be all about how to do your stage makeup.
You're also going to want to have good lighting. Okay, now on to the makeup. First, we start off with our foundation. You will want a full coverage foundation, usually about 2 or 3 shades darker than your own skin tone. Then we open it up and apply it all around our face. You want to put it on your cheeks, under your eyes, on your forehead, on your nose, your chin, and your upper lip. Now we take our beauty blender and we blend it all in, doing little taps all around our face so it is fully blended in. Foundation is usually about the same for every performance that you do, so you don't have to worry about being different from. I'm just doing a little bit more foundation because I did not get the full coverage that I needed. And then once again, I am just tapping all around my face. And then I also want to do under your chin so it blends into your neck and doesn't look weird. And there's your foundation. Next, we have concealer. You want to put your concealer under your eyes, on your nose, and then like right between your eyebrows and then on your chin. And then once again, you take your beauty blender and blend all around your face until it's smooth. Next, we're going to talk about blush. You can either use a liquid blush like this one here, or you can use a powder blush like this one. I like to use liquid blush because I prefer that one, but you just take it and then you dab it on your cheekbones. For theater, you usually like to have a lot of blush so you aren't washed out by the stage lights, even if you look like a clown. Now you just take your beauty blender and blend it all in. Now we're going to talk about eyeshadow. Depending on your performance or director, they might have you do a specific palette of eyeshadow, so just do whatever your director says. So first, we start off with one of the lighter colors. You apply that all over your eye and like pretty high up usually. Next, you get one of the next lightest colors and apply it on top of the lightest color that you just put on, and then slightly below where you stopped your lightest color. The next eyeshadow shade that you want to put on will usually be about in the middle. And then you take that and apply it on both of the layers that you just put on, slightly below, so it's an ombre effect. Then choose a darker color to go on top of the rest of your eyeshadow. By now, you know the drill. Apply it slightly below your last shade. Finally, do one of the darkest colors in your palette and apply it just a little bit on the edge of your eye. And then if you're usually using a bad brush like me, you'll usually need to pat it in so you can see the ombre. Now into the hardest part of makeup, eyeliner. You take your pen or pencil, then you draw it very slowly from the corner of your eye to just outside of your eye. For theater, they usually don't want you having any wings or anything. It is very important to have a steady hand when doing this and pulling at the corner of your eye for a better surface. Next, we're going to be doing highlighter. Take your little brush and then put it in the highlighter and then put it on your nose and then in the corner of your eyes. And then take the other side of your brush and then put the highlighter on your cheekbones, just where you put the blush. Next, we have mascara. Just open it up and then put it really close to your eye and pull it up while you blink. And then do it all around your eye until it looks not clumpy and then pretty smooth. And then for your bottom lashes, just flip it around and pull it against your bottom lashes. Now for our final step, lipstick. For certain shows, they might have you do a specific shade of lipstick, but you usually want to stick with a nice pink color. Here I am just making sure all of my lip is getting the lipstick on, and you want to make sure you get the little corners too, so it looks good. And here we go, our final look. You ready for the stage?